What's up, MMOHuts community? This is Dizzy PW, and we're following up with H1Z1 with Daybreak Games to see what's been going on since James Bond's first look. And of course, we've got the mastermind behind it all right here to tell you exactly what's going on. So, lots happened in a month. Let's get a rundown of what's after the wipe. What did you guys do? There's been updates every week, right?
Yeah. So we had, since a month ago, we've had 2 player wipes actually. We had 1 player wipe, and then we gave everyone this shirt that said "I survived the player wipe." It was kind of funny. And then we did our second wipe, which actually kind of cleared out a lot of the offensive base building stuff, where it was like inside of a building or places where people it just looked really bad, all of the foundations everywhere. So we kind of cleaned all that up, did that second wipe, and now the game is out there, and it's nice looking, and it's running smooth, and it's great.
And going forward, what's the plans now that you've gotten most of the bugs and kinks?
So there's still some performance stuff to do. Like server performance is always #1 for us, and after that, we have a ton of significant updates through our roadmap that's coming out. Our roadmap's going to be announced in a couple weeks. It's going to be a 3-month roadmap that shows you a wish list of 10 things that will be voted on by the players. So ultimately, they get to decide the new updates that are coming.
And for the different modes, the different server types, what's been the fan feedback so far?
Well, people love Battle Royale. I mean, they love H1Z1, but I know there's a group of people out there that just play Battle Royale solely, and they love it. So that is another thing that we're doing. We're starting to do a monthly pass on Battle Royale. For people that don't know, there's event tickets to get into Battle Royale. Since there are bugs right now, it's free to enter. But once we start charging for Battle Royale, we're going to offer a monthly pass where players can basically pay for the monthly pass, and they don't have to worry about the event tickets, and they can play forever for that whole month, for an infinite amount of times.
So I'm a little unfamiliar with some of the intricacies of Battle Royale. Is there some kind of reward the players are fighting for to be the last man on the server other than bragging rights?
So bragging rights are huge in Battle Royale, especially amongst friends, but there are special rewards for winning first place. There is a significant unique crate that's going to be involved with Battle Royale that we're going to be announcing shortly, and there's going to be unique items for first place. Think of something that's like a t-shirt that has a number on it that increments each time you win. It's things like that. That's what we're going to do for players that win.
And how about new zombie types? Is that on the roadmap?
So not new zombie types, but definitely more zombies on the servers. We want to have hordes wandering around, so you can kind of just walk to a town and see a wandering horde of 30, 40 zombies moving together. So we're going to do that first and see how the server handles that, make sure people still get 60 frames per second, and then from there move on.
How's that been going on the internal tests?
It's really good internally because we don't actually have a full server. We've actually put hundreds of zombies running around the server, but as soon as you start adding 200 players to the server, that's when things start to get a little messy. So we're working on making it so we have a happy medium to where we can have a full server, still have a ton of zombies everywhere, and that should be coming online within the next couple weeks.
Since PAX has been all the rage about cross-platform connectivity, is there any plans for putting H1Z1 on the console?
There are plans to put it on the console. We just have to actually make the core game very stable, and it has to be working flawlessly. It can't be something that we port too soon to a console, and it just doesn't really work that way. And it crashes, or it just isn't very smooth. So once we have the core game there, then we'll start working on porting it over. But there's still a ton of things we want to do with H1Z1.
And in terms of player feedback, has there been any interesting ideas for new modes you guys have looked over that you're kind of pondering?
We've pondered a few modes recently. There's been talks of professions and jobs and karma servers, even talking about life mods that we eventually want to do. But that's down the road. That's stuff that we want to tackle after we've actually made some significant core updates to H1Z1. But it's all out there. H1Z1 is the game. The game is supposed to be there so we can build upon the core to make a bunch of different games. It's not just supposed to be only H1Z1 and Battle Royale. Battle Royale is just the first way to play H1Z1 differently. We want to do a ton of things.
This is probably a no, but I'll ask anyway. Are there any plans to add flying vehicles into the game? Player-controlled ones, that is.
I don't think it's that crazy to say that we won't do it. It's just when, right? It's the same engine that we used on PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2 has flying vehicles. So it's just, how do we do it? Like, do we want to implement like a crashed helicopter first, and maybe you gather parts off that, and then eventually, once you get enough, maybe there's a broken helicopter that you can repair, and then finally get it. But it's really ultimately up to the players and the time that the artists have and how we want to put it all together. So I don't have a time frame, but it's not out of the picture. It's not like I'm just going to say no. There's never going to be flying vehicles.
And giving me a few really good reasons to be excited to see what your roadmap has in store for us.
Cool.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.